Good evening, live long and prosper as always. I've always been a guy who doesn't like to be entertained. I always entertain myself, so I tried to find the equivalent of sitting by a fire by TV and watching some TV channels that I haven't been watching for years. Okay, so I watched some TV and realized there's nothing that can entertain me. And right now, excuse me, I'll be entertaining myself by telling you what is my outlook on how things will turn out. Okay, so for 3 days, I've been watching movie channels. Movie channels were good. I saw a lot of very nice Christmas movies. Wonderful. Sometimes too naive to be true, with Santa Claus flying around and everything. But I also watched BBC, CNN, Sky News, Fox News, everything else. And you know what I saw? I told you I saw two news in 3 days. Right now, they're showing fires in California where billionaire houses are burning down, and the funeral of, I'm sorry to say, I have deep feelings for him, respect for him, deep respect for Jimmy Carter. They're showing two news now. It's not about Jimmy Carter. It's not about fires. It's about the news channels. They're showing just California fires and Jimmy Carter. So I'll be entertaining myself. So why don't I tell you what will happen? We already realized, at least I'm 41 now, and when I was a kid, I didn't realize that. I thought every adult is a clever adult. They all know what they're doing. They're all like cowboys and Superman and Superwomen, Wonder Woman. Now I realize most of them are morons. So, we already understood that CNN doesn't show you shit. BBC doesn't. No channel shows you shit. It's literally two news in a whole world for them. It's like South Pole and North Pole. News from the South Pole, but no, it's not North Pole. It's both from the United States. So, uh, let's see what's happening. The channels are shit. News channels. Internet is a little bit better. Uh, when I was a kid, we had this idea when internet will come in 1995. It will be the network of mind and cleverness and enlightenment. What it turned out to be is the network, the World Wide Web of stupidity. And because I understood that not everyone is a bright person, there are really some peons that will come there and start shooting. And also, what makes these peons, because they have problems in life. They had lost their families, like their house burned down, like in these fires, but not in Beverly Hills, of course, somewhere else. Uh, so now we understand. First thing, the channels are shit. Second, we have internet. Third, not all people are wise. What is fourth? Fourth is we have wars going on. Wars that are used by politicians and who are making political points out of them and making money. That makes sense, because when you have a monkey, you make it bang a symbol on a factory and you make money out of it because people give you money. Mhm. Then, about CNN again and BBC and other channels like Sky News, Fox News, everyone else. I never liked journalism and I never liked actors, even though that I am a good actor myself. I know how acting is made, actoring. So uh, they make money on sensations, and something tells me that this just two news on TV. Be prepared in the next few days. These two news are getting you ready for something else. Something else is going to happen. When you see the pressure, like you feel the pressure in your veins, you know that something will happen to your body. So something will happen. Okay, so this news channels, they show just two news from the whole planet, both in the United States, when there's wars going on. Let me tell you about the oldest war in Jammu and Kashmir. Led Zeppelin wrote a song about it, maybe in the 60s or 70s. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. They wrote a song about Jammu and Kashmir in the 70s. This war has been going on between China, Pakistan, and India for 75 years already. Did anyone do anything? Did anything happen? Did anyone do anything about anything? They formed the United Nations. I call it the most useless organization. They always have chiefs there from different tribes, but they never solve problems. Okay. So, the war in Jammu and Kashmir, it's been going on for 75 years. It never stopped. Now we have more wars. They have wars in, you basically know it. I don't need to tell you. Ukraine, now Trump is going to thinks about making a war with Greenland and Panama Channel and everything else. And also on this CNN and BBC and Bloomberg channels, they always show how to make money, how to capitalize on everything. You are make yourself happy. Follow my program. Buy this. What's it called in GTA 5? Epsilon program to brainwash you and be happy and make money. Okay, if I'm a person that wants to help other people. I cannot live happily with myself if I don't help others. Okay, that's why I'm making this video. But these people, they're happy just to exist with Lamborghini. I think so, at least. So, these Bloomberg channels making money on wars. 13 people killed in Ukraine by the explosion of a missile. And what they do? They help their families? No, they say, look, this is Dow Jones going up, going down. Dow Jones, cryptocurrency going up, going down. Really, I was born in the Soviet Union. I don't really understand this. I don't. Now, for another topic, we have no channels on TV. We have internet that is better. We have wars going on. Another topic. We have people suffering. Really, people. You basically all know. Of course, in the 21st century, there is less people suffering than during the Black Plague in Vienna, for example. Less people, I agree. But we have people suffering. We have undereducated people that don't know how to give birth to children and not get them infected. And a lot of them are in Africa and Asia sometimes, Southern Asia. We have all this. We have advertisement, make money and be happy. And we kind of don't want to solve it. What we do, we make more wars. Now, I know I bored you. Now for the war in Africa. What is happening? Maybe I'll show you a map. I don't know if I edit this video. I never edit my videos, but this is Africa, right? Um, um, very poor Egypt, even more poor central part where people are dying like flies. Southern Africa, where they fight with. And what is going on now? This Russian Wagner group is going there to make war. From the south, Western people try to oppose them, and it gave me an idea. They are fighting for something. And of course they do, because you know what is in the middle, what they're fighting for. I tell you, the metals for the future, making money, processors for computers. Processors are always evolving in the Western society. We have new processors, and they have what they have: iridium, osmium, uranium, gold. Gold basically is from 19th century, but we also need it for wires. Gold, diamonds, but most importantly, uranium, iridium, osmium, indium. Africa has all of this. Why do you think wars are happening there, and why there's tensions? Do you think this CNN reporters care about how to feed poor children in Africa that are dying every day? I'm just really getting sad now, by thousands. Do they care about it? No. They want to make money from osmium, iridium, uranium, indium, and also gold and diamonds that are found there. Really, look at the map. Above South Africa, in Lesotho, in South Africa, there are mines. They are mining it. So, now I explained to you why in the future the wars will move to Africa. So, now, expect wars in Africa. Now to the other part of the world. We have the whole world now in mind. We have China, we have Hong Kong, we have Taiwan, and Hong Kong became the kind of like independent, still dependent on China, but kind of independent territory, okay? And they developed very good electronics production, right? So, of course, China wants to take them. Of course, this Hong Kong and Taiwan, without the support of the United States and the Western world, who push their own agenda, they will not be able to do that. And what do we see the Western world is doing? Getting dumb every day. Dumber and dumber, like Lloyd and Harry. Getting dumber every day. So, And the Chinese people are not stupid. They live in fog and dirt-filled cities with ugly buildings, but they're not stupid. It's like Russians, the worse you live in, the cleverer you become. Uh, they will. Also, what Chinese people are good at is patience. Patience. This Code of War, the Book of War, written thousands of years ago. They all know these tricks, and they're waiting. They're waiting. And what do we see the Western world doing with its degrading, basically? All it does, it slaps itself on hands. Like one hand of the Western world says, I want to eat an apple. Another says, no, fuck you, shut up. We're ruining our democracy, and everything else. And the Chinese, and Putin also, Russian, Putin and Lukashenko, they all wait for that. They're just staying on their butts and looking at this happening and saying, something is going our way, So, the West is slapping its at one point great economy and world position by hands, saying, no, where? Putin, Xi Jinping, or who else? Everyone there in the East are waiting patiently, making sure that United States elect Trump, and Trump invades Greenland. So, you know what Greenland is? Basically, look at my face. It's Greenland. To the west of it is United States. To the east of it is Russia. It's right in the middle between Russia and also away to China and Asia. For example, missiles can easily fly over there. And if Trump gets a base in Greenland, he can theoretically shoot it down, but I think what he will do. These two people, Trump and Putin, they remind each other like twins. And what I think will happen, they will make good friends, and also even Trump doesn't seem to like China. But this alliance, like, Voltron, the defender of universe, there's a global alliance. But this alliance will not be democratic. This alliance will be based on China, Russia, United States, that will also eat down Canada and everything else, Panama Channel that makes a lot of money. There will be an alliance that all of these dictators are eagerly waiting for. In the game of war, you know how to wait. And they're waiting. And what we see this channels like CNN, BBC doing, oh, fires, Tom Hanks lost $100. I have more than Tom Hanks, I mean more than $100. Oh my God, what is happening? And also they're giving stupid people positions in politics. The new trend is just pick the stupidest person. Basically, everyone is stupid. We are all stupid people, but somehow the most stupid people get the positions today in your world. Because where I live, I'm surviving here. Look, all of these clothes are old. This is old. This is old. We're surviving. We're waiting for help, and you're doing nothing. You're just, oh, fucking Halloween the whole year around. Not a year, decades and centuries and millenniums. Okay, then let me explain you why they're Somalian pirates. You know, these news channels that you watch probably or don't watch, and I have respect for you for that, show Somalian pirates. Who are these pirates? You know, they have a shitty boat, rotted boat that attacks an oil tanker or something like that, right? And then here comes the armored ship, ideally painted with numbers of it, and shoots these pirates. Who are these pirates? They're bombs that cannot survive otherwise. They're African bombs living in Africa. You know, their children died, their families died. What is going now in Ukraine? People are dying, and Tom Hanks's house burned down. Oh my God, there's a burned down Lamborghini. I can't believe it. These pirates come, and Somalia is here, and next to Somalia is the Gulf that you, my friends, probably if you from the United States had a war in a Gulf War. Um, what is happening there? Through this Gulf comes a lot of oil and other goods. It's basically the closest way to get from Baltics, Mediterranean Sea, Atlantic Ocean to the Indian Ocean. And you thought there will never be wars. Just remember the medieval history. Where there is a big road, there's always on this big crossing of the roads, while why Europeans don't like crossing of the roads and think that devil lives there. Because next to this road there is a bandit that will rob you. So this is happening with these gulfs. It's a crossing where everyone will rob you. We have wars there. There are wars going on, and next to it is the place where pirates try to poor, stinky, sad pirates try to rob any ship they see. Uh, what else can I tell you? I understand it's good. I like it too. You know, I have a cigarette. I'm sitting here. You know, I like Elvis Presley, listening to nice music and everything, relaxing. You know, Kenny G. Jingle bells, Santa Claus bringing presents. But ask yourself a question: do you think that the whole world is like that? There are literally millions of people not seeing Santa Claus right now, and not listening to Kenny G, and not eating a hamburger because they can't even find a seed of rice. And you think that they will not be angry when they see that you're eating a hamburger, you know, and enjoying nice music, you know. Oh, sir, I find this weather quite amusing. Um, what else? Uh, I can give you a lot of examples. I visited the museum in Egypt, in a town, or let's say a village called Cairo, because you know about Cairo, it doesn't have a single light traffic. Everyone is honking there, and cars almost run over people. Our bus literally almost ran over three Egyptians. And it's basically what I'm trying to say. There are people without legs. There are people with wounds. There are people fighting to get medicine next to the hospital. in Cairo, and people build their houses without a roof because roof means more taxes. So they build their houses without roofs. Why you see in Cairo uh, buildings that look like bombed buildings because they stopped building a house so that it doesn't have a roof, so they pay less. So, and in the middle of this Cairo, they have this places for tourists, for rich bags that we are, bags of money. They have this Museum of National History of Egypt or something. It's very expensive, I understand. It's made on oil money or gold or something very expensive. And in this museum, of course, there are no Egyptians, native Egyptians. There are only tourists. And I am looking at the mummy. I kind of, it was a weird situation. I'm looking at the mummy, and behind me comes a Romanian woman, and I don't see her. I step back and almost push her and step on her foot, and she goes like. And also English people, not just Romanians. Romanians are kind of like crap, but English people. Another story. We're looking at the golden mummies covered with gold and sarcophags and everything, and these people. Mommy. I understand you're brought up by Hollywood and think that these mummies are all great, but if you walk around, there are poor dogs and people dying. Dogs are really like, covered with lice and everything. And, mommy. Really, I had such a disgust for them. We saw really like corpses on the street, and this how do you say, exquisite people. Egypt is not a place to be exquisite. Mommy, like CNN or BBC TV hosts, they wear glasses. Mommy. Really, I explain to you now why we will have wars in Africa, why we will have alliance of Russia, Trump, and maybe China, and why the only survivor of this wrestling tournament will be China, because Russia, I don't believe in Russia. Russia basically is just like, a polar bear's dump and just will dig itself into the ground and just be shot by a hunter, Who this hunter will be? It will be China or United States. So, United States is actively decomposing itself by its own force, giving places to all of this wokeness and shit people, and just trying to be, I don't know, making money on this, selling T-shirts, while China is patiently waiting and making money on selling you this T-shirt. This T-shirt, for example. Do you think Do you think? Let me actually check. Let me check. I'm sure it's made in China. Uh, you're all buying, TikTok. Oh, TikTok! How fun! How much fun! TikTok, Chinese company. Then they have this new site that I forgot because I never use it. Uh, Alibaba, for example, and the new stuff that Alibaba, for example, has a fixed price, but they have a new stuff that you can buy a piano for $1, and still Chinese will profit for that. And this gives me a conclusion. Out of all these countries, United States are big and powerful, or at least were powerful. Now they're starting to kill themselves. They're committing suicide. Russia will be a province of China because with a center in just one place, in Moscow, St. Petersburg and Moscow are approximately the same place. It's like 400 kilometers. So, uh, a country with one brain cell, Russia, cannot survive. It's like, hunting a huge whale. Its territory, it's big, it has a lot of minerals, fat, meat, but killing just one of its brain cell, China will take all of this. So, my conclusion for you. I'll be ending the video right now. My conclusion. Who will win? In the end term, I think China will win. If they don't fuck up. If they don't fuck up. There will be wars going on in Africa. There will be wars going on in the Gulf. But Gulf, it's oil. You're trying to go away from oil, right now with Elon Musk's Teslas and everything. But in Africa, there will be wars. Then what else? Do you think anyone else is able to do anything? Like Argentina can do something? Except making ponchos and beads? So, okay, the conclusion. There will be wars again in Africa and going new wars and new stupidity. More old people will be elected as presidents and run into dementia and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, like Joe Biden did. And I see China winning all of this. Because even in their philosophy, it's said that it's the empire under the sky. And it's said that they're about to inherit the world. That's what they believe in. And what you believe in, by a lot of pseudo-intellectual books, it's what you manifest and what happens. They manifested that they will conquer all the world. And they're waiting. They're good at waiting. They're good at this art of war, For example, when you open a door to the castle for the enemy thinks, something is wrong. We will not go through this gate. What you did, this is called the Chinese art of war. You fooled your opponent, Okay, I think I put all of this to you. I think I also bored you, so we have no channels, we have internet, we will be having wars in Africa, we will have China win, we will ruin, United States will ruin itself by its policy, rich people will be doing money more and more, rich people like on Bloomberg will be doing money more and more. And also the final result that I want to make a question mark about is, there's a theory in biology that there are too many people on the planet Earth. And a Russian bank president from Sberbank said that there are too many Russians and too many people. I don't believe in that because I think the more people you have, the more diversity you have in genes. And the more diversity you have in genes, they intercollect more and they create better results. But that's what we have. What I think, there's a process of going on of, killing poor people, killing middle class, making rich people more rich. I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but yes, call me a conspiracy theorist. I just have a brain. My IQ is 140. So if you don't believe, if you believe in this equality, democracy, I like democracy, but what democracy are you talking about when we have all of this happening? People are dying, children are dying, women are dying, people are suffering, wars are going on. You don't help anyone. What democracy are you talking about? You said democracy. Where is it? Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Happy New Year and live long and prosper.